Hello everyone. I wanted to come to you tonight and talk to you about something very dear to my heart. I recently started an organization. It's in the very baby stages of becoming an organization, so I want to be careful because I want to be truthful and upfront about everything, and I don't want to mislead anyone for sure. So with that being said, the name of the organization, which it will be a nonprofit organization. It's on its way. I'm working day and night, as I can to get everything squared away to get this thing started. It's called Ablazed, and this organization was birthed through missionary work that I went to do. And if you guys are commenting, I'm not seeing it, so forgive me. Hi, Rain. But let me just keep on going because I don't want to miss any points. But this came from, I went to Africa on a mission trip, and that was back in November. And during that time, I had many hours that I counseled people. And I was listening to the heart of the people there, and that is when the Lord actually showed me a great need, a great devastation that was happening and taking place there. And I was very compelled to help. As a matter of fact, when I left Africa, I cried all the way to the other airport and part the way home because I was just so heartbroken because I wanted to be able to help the people. After hours and hours and hours of counseling people, the one thing that kept coming, well, there was several things, but it was like a big gaping hole that I could see clearly. But to give you an example, there were ladies that had babies strapped to their back, and they came in and they were like, I don't know what to do. I don't have food for my babies. And they were weeping and they were crying and just sharing their heart with me. And some of them didn't have homes. Some of them didn't have, hadn't eaten in over a week. And I began to just feel like this heaviness, like, God, what can I do? Like, I'm just one person, but I really want to be able to make a difference. I really want to be able to help these people that are, crying out. There's such a what do you call it? There's such a devastation there that we here in America don't understand and we can't grasp because we've never seen anything like that to that magnitude. I mean, we've seen poverty, but I'm talking about poverty like you've never seen it before. And I began to talk to them, and the more I talked to them, the more I learned about the depths of that poverty and the depths of the situation there. I learned how, like, if they were homeless, in order for them to get a home, they had to pay the whole year rent in order for them to get a place up front. And many of them, if they don't have school, like a degree, it's hard for them to find a job. And so what ends up happening is they go to try to find one, and they have to do like part-time work. Well, if they're lucky enough to get a full-time job, one of the guys told me he makes $100 a month on a full-time job without the degree. And so more and more stories like this began to come, and I just could see such need there, and I was compelled to do something about it. So I began trying to come up with ideas, and all of a sudden I went to sleep one night and I got up, and all of a sudden this idea came to me, and it was so clear. As a matter of fact, as I began to write it out, I got 8 phases, 8 levels of ways that I could help. And these levels, I'm not going to go over all of them because this video will be quite enormous and long, but I don't want to lose you, but I just want to talk to you about it. Basically, I don't want to just be a charity. I don't want to just be a handout. I don't want to just give people food because that's great and everything. But I want them to be able to live again. I want to ignite their hope. I want to ignite their passion. I want to ignite their dreams. And I want to give them opportunities to be self-sufficient by supplying jobs, by supplying food, crops, animals for their food as well, and to be able to like help them with farming and that kind of thing, which will also provide jobs. But it will ignite the hope and the passion inside of them again, so that they can live again. Because when they're in such devastation, their hope is so low, because they don't have anything. You know, we know they have, you know, God and everything, but they don't have this hope, because all they're surrounded with is this devastation. So I wanted to make a difference in that way. So this will be 8 phases, and the first phase is kind of like a handout. We're giving them food, we're providing food, which is what I'm working on right now, because obviously I don't have the kind of money that I need to be able to do all of these phases, which is why I really need you guys to help. If you feel compelled to help, let me see, I don't know how to pin a message, but I'm going to try. I have a Cash App, and I'll type it up here for you as I'm talking. If you feel led to do that, please be a part of this. So I don't really know how to pin that, and I'm sorry that I don't. But it's just Love Ablazed. You just download the Cash App on your phone if you don't have it, and you just type in, after you fill out everything, you just type in Love Ablazed, and it goes straight to the ministry. And I'm taking all of that money, 100% of everything that is sponsored goes directly to the cause. So here's what we're working on in our first phase. Our first phase is providing food for the local community. So we've already began to start that. We actually did our first food distribution 2 weeks ago, and we're going to do another one before the end of the month, this month. And we were able to feed several people, and they were able to take home food for their family, and some of them hadn't had food for their family in a week or two. So it was very, very emotional time for them, and they were very excited and grateful for what they did get. But I want to be able to provide it at a larger capacity, and that's where you guys could come in and partner alongside of me. Whether you want to give monthly or a one-time gift, or you want to just sow a big seed, a small seed, it could be $1. It still helps these people. You don't have any idea. When you think about a salary without a degree being only like $100 a month, imagine what $1 does there. It makes a big difference. And so at any point, if you feel like doing that, again, the Cash App is posted up there. It's just the $ and then Love Ablaze. I'm sorry, it's Love Ablazed. Oh, shoot, let me fix that. Sorry. Let me delete it and re-put it up there. I'm sorry, guys. I guess I need to get it right. Almost done here. All right. And I figured out how to pin it too. So great. So that's the that's our Cash App, where you will be able to give through the Cash App. You just go in, fill it out if you don't already have Cash App, and then just type it, or select pay, and then put whatever amount into Love Ablaze. So our first phase is, going back to that, sorry I'm jumping around, but I had to put that up there. Going back to that is just providing food for the local community there. And again, we just did one food distribution a couple of weeks ago. We're going to do another one before the end of the month, this month. And we were able to feed several people with that, and I'm looking forward to doing it in a greater capacity. Also, I'm working toward building a farm. So right now I have someone basically raising chickens for us. So we've got the cage for the chicken, the food for the chicken. We've got 3 chickens right now and a rooster, and they are in the process of, breeding so that it can grow. And we also have a gentleman there that is going to let us use some of his land, so that when it grows bigger than what it is right now, we'll be able to put those chicken on that land until we're able to get enough money and enough support coming in that we'll be able to get a big piece of land. So once we get that big piece of land, the people that are taking care of our chickens right now will then be able to have some chickens themselves, and they'll be able to have their own business once, we grow. So it's stage by stage, step by step, and I can only grow bigger with help from you guys, because I can only do so much. But my husband and I, we talked about it, and he just said start it and let people see that you are really serious about it, that you are committed, that you're dedicated, and just roll with it and do what you can do. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm just rolling with it right now. I'm doing what I can do. I need help, so if here's where you guys can help if you want to help and you don't have finances to help. I need to do marketing. I need I'm still working on my 501c3 to make it a nonprofit organization, so I need help with that. I am working on my website currently, so you'll see all of this stuff continuously grow and roll out. So I'm kind of just telling you the baby steps right now and just focusing on the first step, but I do want you to see that it will be something really big. So I need sorry for saying but I don't want to leave anything out. I need help with just trying to get everything organized, trying to make it flow, making sure that I set everything up right, because I am very, very sincere. I want to do everything with integrity and with honor. I do not want to mislead people, and that's why 100% of the sponsorship that comes in goes directly to the cause. I have already created a Facebook account for Ablazed. I'm working on that right now. It's up. You can check it out. You can see what we're doing. You can actually see pictures of what we're doing. Because what I want to do is, as we grow, I want to make sure that every step of the way, you know what your money is going to, and you know what's happening, and you know how we're progressing, and what, every stage, phase by phase. So what we'll end up doing is we'll end up buying a big piece of land and having a farm there where the people can have food, and also it will provide jobs for those that maintain the land and maintain the animals. But on the other side of the land will also be crops. So they'll have farm animals and crops, where that will employ a lot of people to help maintain that and watch over it and make sure that everything is well taken care of. Then we have the food distribution side of it, which provides jobs for those that are helping. Right now they're doing it on a volunteer basis because I don't have the funds to be able to pay them, but eventually, once I get the 501c3 and I'm able to go after that kind of things, I will be reaching out and trying to find corporate individuals to sponsor those that actually work alongside in the organization, so that it'll provide extra income for them. So I'm working toward that. Eventually, we will also connect with the local schools there to help sponsor the people there to be able to go and pursue their career that they really want to do, but weren't able to do because of the lack of income. Then we're going to partner with doctors and nurses to provide medical care for them, and that way they'll be able to, like even treat malaria. They get malaria and, it's life-threatening because they just don't have the medications that we have access to. And simple things like ringworm and things like that are really horrible over there, and they get them and they get really bad. But even other things that they need that are more serious, they have sickness and things like that they need to tend to. So we'll be able to provide and help and, get some kind of care for them. So I want to be able to do that as well. And eventually we'll have like a little community of housing available for those that don't have the money to and they can't afford housing, to be able to come there and save up money and all the while go to their school and get their degrees and help out along the way. So it's pretty massive, but I don't want to get into everything because it'll be a really long live video. But I'm here right now and I'm asking for your help. The food distribution for this month is coming up. I'm just going to focus on the stuff we're working on right now. The food distribution stuff is coming up, and we need to have finances. If you could help with just just a little bit of money. $20 feeds a whole family. So even if you could just do $20, maybe you want to commit to doing $20 a month, or even more, $5, $2, anything helps, and they are so grateful. If you take a look at our Facebook page on Love Ablazed, you'll see their faces and their gratefulness. You can see the little kids holding their bag of rice up to their heart because they're so excited and happy that they have a meal, and it's a beautiful thing. So I want to see, I wanted to reach out to you and see if you wanted to be a part of it, and if you do, great. And if you don't have the finances to actually commit to that right now, or maybe you don't feel compelled to do it that way, but you would like to help in other capacity, I need help. I also need videos and things like that, because we're going to be filming what we do, taking pictures and taking videos, and I need somebody that can edit and do those kinds of things, and make it very professional. So there's all kinds of ways that you can help, and if you feel compelled at all, or you want to get involved at all, I really would like for you to contact me either here or privately. And again, if you feel compelled to give, please give. These people deserve to eat. These people deserve to have hope. These people deserve to be able to fulfill their dreams and live out their passions. And we can be the difference. We can be the change. We can be the change that we want to see. We can make a difference. We can really make a huge impact with just a little bit. And with all of us doing it together, the difference can be ridiculous. And I really want to be able to pour into them and make a difference in that community. So if you feel compelled, please, by all means, it's pinned on the video. If you're rewatching this or watching the replay, please feel free to do this. Again, everything that you give, I will post on here a picture of the giving when I send out the money. And that way you'll see that I actually sent out everything. I'll mark through your name, but you know what you give, because I don't want people to start bothering you if you give. But I'll post it up here so you can see that I give directly to the organization. It's a church over there that is partnering with me, and I give directly to them, and then they send me receipts of everything that they buy. So I want to be upfront and honest about everything, and just put it all on the table so you can see exactly where your money goes at any time you want to look at it. You can see what we're doing, because I definitely don't want to swindle people. I'm not trying to get over on people, and I'm definitely not trying to take somebody for a ride. I just really want to make a difference in the world. And this is like one of those things that's very close to my heart. When I went there and I saw the level of devastation, I couldn't walk away and do nothing. So this is me trying to make a difference. And if you partner with me, we can do it together. So you guys have a great night. I pray that everything is well with you. Bye, guys.